好嘞
，easy，
我是个体能而已。要动物用的，没什么屁用。22块，怎会跟钱过意不去呢？是吧？没了。再来去另外一边。
Alright. What's that? Oh dear. Someone's left a trap out for us.
银中协议啊。
Speak.
又玩到了。哦。非常的顺利啊，各位。好的，那这样这边就没东西了。我先回翠绿树丛买个东西。慢慢的到一个程度就不太需要那个。盖尔 K 的血腥法术也超爽的，所以我看到法术我应该都会先去买。这个已经空了，要吃饭了。这个人没事，等一下再给他吃吧。这边应该第3次给他了。
It'll take a while for us all, of course.
现在还好呢，主要是补平吧，补血蛮好用的。这空间我太多了，还好。啊，再买个3把。玩甲我现在有更好的吗？哦，缺一个。中甲，他也可以穿中甲了。我要脱2件，开玩笑，我把我看到的全拿了。等一下，我看一下我有什么东西可以给他吃。去捡个什么没用的东西给他。为什么会这个？带一个我觉得没用的那个戒指给他。
Let's hope for gold.
觉得这可以给他吃，对我来说没用。 化兽为友，反正只需要一件而已。重点是我戒指好像也不够啊，全部都杂物杂物偏多。
My condition likes being ignored as little as I do. I must consume another artifact.
还有穿在身上的正如
Perhaps I'm not conveying the urgency of that divine to hear. May I?
哦
Thank you. Good gods. It hardly has any effect. Oh, Mistra, have mercy on us all. Listen, I need to speak to you, to all of you. It would be unconscionable of me to remain silent. I might just be about to remedy that. You have to know who I was. You have to know who I really am. What I am is a walking shadow of the promise I once held. I'm what one might call a wizard prodigy, who from an early age could not only control the weave, but compose it, much like a musician or a poet. Such was my skill that it earned me the attention of the mother of magic herself, the Lady of Mysteries, the goddess Mistra. She revealed herself to me and she became my teacher. In time, she became my muse, and later even my lover. Oh, yes. We enjoyed each other's company. Body, mind, and soul. But even so, I desired more. You see, no matter how powerful a wizard we mortals can become, we never scratch more than the surface of the weave. Mistra keeps us in check. There are boundaries she doesn't let us cross. Yet, every time I was with her, I stood on the precipice, gazing into the wonders that lay beyond. I sought to cross her boundaries. I tried to convince her. I pouted. I pleaded. Swore my ambition was only to serve her better. She only smiled and told me to be contented. But inconceivable as it seems to me now, I shared a bed with a goddess, and yet I wasn't satisfied. So I sought to prove myself worthy to her instead. We come now to the crux of my folly. Shall I share the story behind it, or would you rather head straight to its sordid finale? Very well. Here goes. Once upon a very long time ago, a mighty lord lived in a tower. A flying tower, to be precise. I'll save his history for another time, but the gist of it is that he sought to usurp the goddess of magic so that he could become a god himself. He almost managed, but not quite, and his entire empire, Netheril, came crashing down around him as he turned to stone. The magic that was unleashed that day was phenomenal. Roiling like the prime chaos that outdates creation. Even the weave itself could not withstand the onslaught. It fractured, then shattered, and all magic was lost to the mortal realms, until the day Mistra returned. She restored the weave, reuniting all its scattered shards. Or so I thought. Until, in the course of my studies, I learned of a book. A Netherese tome in which a piece of the fractured weave had been sealed beyond her reach. What if, I thought, what if, after all this time, I could return this lost part of herself to the goddess? The answer was to try. And the outcome was to fail. I was certain that this deed of raw power, draped in romance, would convince Mistra to take me by the hand and welcome me into her hitherto forbidden domains. I was mistaken. I obtained the fabled book and took it into my study. As for what happened next, here, place your hand over my heart. Let me show you.
You feel the tadpole quiver as you realize Gale is letting you into the dark. You see through Gale's eyes, staring down the corridors of a dread memory. A book bound and suddenly opened. Inside there are no pages, only a swirling mass of blackest weave that pounces. Its teeth, its claws, it's unstoppable as it digs through and becomes part of you. And gods, is it ever hungry.
Thankfully, the moment I absorbed the fragment wasn't enough to kill me outright. It was only the beginning. This Netherese blight, this orb, for lack of a better word, is balled up inside my chest. And it needs to be fed. As long as I absorb traces of the weave from potent enough sources, it remains quiet. Were it ever to fully destabilize, however. I will erupt. I don't know the exact magnitude of the eruption, but given my studies of Netherese magic, I'd say even a fragment as small as the one I carry, it'd level a city the size of Waterdeep.
You thrice-damned rotten bastard! You've been the greatest threat to our lives all this time!
I swear to you I wasn't. But I've no choice but to admit I am now. Perhaps it would be best if I leave and put as much distance between us as I can before the orb erupts. We might chance upon a king's collection of magical artifacts around the corner. We might cross paths with a miracle round the bend. Then again, we might not. All of this, it must feel like a betrayal. Say the word, and we'll part ways. That is a great relief. Oh, a great relief indeed. You truly are a soul that steals my own. From all my new rallied heart, I thank you. I thank you all. I understand if you stand against me. I'm humbled if you stand with me. Either way, I will do my best not to let you down. I stand at a precipice, but if you do not give up hope, neither shall I. I'll fight. I'll resist as long as I can. Now, even I am tired of the sound of my own voice. Let us venture forth.
好哦。既然你不吃，我就省起来了。
It'll take a while for us all to of course.
一个东西要买，那我先把它给掏空吧。
May you
让我先穿个装备。好啊。然后先回营地捡东西。其实我现在拿到的那些装备就够我把它掏空，应该吧。希望可以。过重了。 更还要清仓一下。到第3章之后，其实装备都蛮好的，连偷都不用偷了。韦婆的法杖，韦婆的法杖好像还不错呢。是时候该提款了，捡那么多东西，一堆白装。还有什么呢？这应该就差不多了吧？我来看一下。好，这里拿去卖好了。
It'll take a while for us all to. Of course.
准备掏空，虽然我不知道能不能100%，应该蛮有用的。这还我。都不知道干死多少 NPC 才有这么大量的装备。哦，这样好爽！啊，快没东西了欸！我这边还有很多呢，怎么办？啊，他这个不收啊，好吧。完了，他没钱了。装甲，那我买一些那个法术。这样算是提款成功吗？应该算吧。
May you.
清洁溜溜欸，好爽！仅没亏我还赚。好了，那这样就是往这边走了。直冲这里就对了，这边只是要触发任务而已，没有要干嘛。
dragon
Info?
rider. My kin are near.
Blasted worm. Where did it come from?
呀，如果能够阻止他们把这边给拆了，不知道有没有搞头？只有2个人可以接受那个夺心魔蝌蚪。
One step at a time. Drop your weapons!
I'll feed your innards to the ants before I do that, Istik.
This is your last chance!
No, look up. That was your last chance, Istik. Now burn!
Stop wasting time, Beretta. You're not here to play with the locals.
Of course, Kithrak. We merely sought to...
No excuses. Question, kill, then move on. Find the weapon. Our queen watches us. Fail her at your peril.
A red dragon. I envy its knight. Would that I rode such a steed. A crash must be near. Come, my kin await.
我会脱队，我其实不影响。
Kithrak, we must speak. Rider, my time is short. Lead me to...
Shh, shh, shh. Such a familiar tone. Were I not merciful, I would slice the skin clean from your meat. Yet you are not bleeding. For I am nothing if not merciful. Your name, child.
Lae'zel.
Lae'zel. Proud. Regal, even. You will call me Gestil Kithrak.
Voss, Knight Supreme. The Queen's silver, the Queen's sword.
I am who you say. A Geich vessel has fallen from the sky, Lae'zel. Thieves aboard have taken a weapon most precious. It is polyhedric in shape and inscribed with the sacred runes of our people.
You feel Shadowheart's anxiety. The weapon that Voss seeks. It's the artifact that she carries. Her mind focuses. The Gith's suspicions cannot be aroused. They cannot discover that the weapon they seek is right within their grasp.
Take word to your creche. You are to join our search. Speak up, child. Affirm your mandate.
配合演戏，拜托。不管
You honor me with this duty, Kithrak. I shall alert my caretaker with haste.
The Kithrak nods, content with Lae'zel's answer.
You serve your queen well, child. Take your slaves and hunt those who escaped the Geich ship. They must carry the weapon. I fly now to Vlaakith, our undying queen. She will see your faith rewarded in this plane and ours.
A current of deception carries Voss's words. Wherever he flies, it is not to Vlaakith.
To Danos! To the sky!
好了，东西还
Damn
你。
it all! You did well to intervene, vexed as I am to admit it. The Gestil Kithrak would have flayed our skin and left our carcasses to burn in the sun. All for the sake of the artifact that we carry. The crash is near, this much we know. We follow the path forward and into the valley. No one, not even the ignoble Gestil Kithrak, will keep me from my purification.
好了，东西先还你好不好？你占空间呢。啊，全部给我！不要这样子。送至营地，也可以拿来装一些小东西，还不错。其实我发现，如果不会乐器的话，好像带乐器也没什么用啊。我好像那个时候是有什么带什么。好，这样这一边的地图算是清的差不多了，可以去幽暗地狱了。好，重要。燕泉儿，
How delicious.
好。我是空的了。Let's go。好了，这边好像没有什么可以留恋的部分了，至少短时间之内不会再来了。好，这边都解完了，我们来去那个吧，哨所这里。再来就比较简单了，因为该打的都打掉了。是时候该往这边走了。啊，这里，往这边。小心，还有这个。先等这消失吧，这很搞。
That might be worth a look.
善塔林那个我有去了吗？好像还没。哦。这本来要卖的，没有卖到，他好像不收了。商会那边还没去，是不是啊？说我已经去过了。啊，去过了，有爆炸的痕迹就是去过了。前往下一个船点。
Toadstalk. Best watch my step. They like to explode. Not sure what the other mushrooms are.
You are swallowed by a chorus of turbulent music. Through one creature sing many voices, the harmony of an entire collective.
Sovereign, he has come. He is here.
The choir fades. A single melody rises above the others, brassy and commanding.
I am sovereign.
You see a vision. Your lifeless body wrapped in fungal tendrils. The Sovereign is threatening you.
State your purpose.
寻求理解，你要理解我啊，不能直接把我绑起来吧
Detect a distinct quiver in every note. These creatures have experienced recent tragedy. Fungal roots weave through your mind, seeking your true intent. Then the Sovereign drones a new melody, cautious but welcoming.
Descend to me. Let us speak in flesh.
The persistent music coaxes you forward. The Sovereign expects you.
好啊，开船点喽！咚！好啊，这很好偷诶，说实在，这没有什么偷的必要，就是了。
Ah, a visitor. You're a welcome sight. But let us observe the customs of the locals.
The scholar's brow tenses. His voice spills into your skull, the spores connecting mind to mind.
Blurg, proud member of the Society of Brilliance, at your service. Or perhaps not. Your mind is far more complex than that of the fungi. Understandable. We are small in number and rarely stay in one place for long. My colleagues and I are working to improve conditions in the Underdark. This need not be such a dire, hostile place. It's curious to find a surface dweller here. What has brought you down so deep? Truly remarkable. But why come to the Underdark, where they hold so much power? You were infected by an illithid tadpole? It's a miracle you're still intact. You must be worried sick, but have no fear. I have a friend who may be able to assist. Omelium!
I hope this is important, Blurg. My Zerkwood samples need constant attention.
It is. This adventurer has an illithid tadpole inside his head, but he hasn't turned.
No ceremorphosis. That's impossible, but intriguing. Are you looking to have it extracted?
Geich, your head will make a fine trophy for my queen.
Please hold. I understand your rage against my kin. One of my brethren forced a tadpole into your eye. Or ear, perhaps? But I assure you, I stand with the Society of Brilliance, not the colonies of my people.
Fool! They infest your head and invade your dreams, and still you would parley.
I ask only that you refrain from violence. I respect that your opinion of my kind may be charged. If that settles matters for the time being, would you like a diagnosis? Open your mind to me. Let us see what lurks within.
As the Meloon's mind pierces yours, the tadpole pulses with power. It feels 10 times its size. Alive, awake, almost smug.
This is most unusual. The incubation period should be complete, as should your transformation. But the larva is infused with strange magic. It appears to be in some form of stasis. I can only theorize, but I suspect your transformation would be both agonizing and instantaneous.
I thought it was always agonizing, Ammalium.
Well, yes, but that wasn't my point. But I have an idea.
Oh, perhaps I should start taking notes.
There may be a way to bypass that stasis. There are many alchemical substances that can influence the mind. A tincture distilled from a collection of rare mushrooms. They have subtle psionic influence. I would require a fresh tongue of madness and Timusk spores. But be warned, in their natural state, both of these mushrooms can be quite dangerous. Timusks cause confusion in those that approach them. The tongue is self-explanatory.
The Underdark, of course, although they are quite rare, and their discovery perilous. I imagine Lenore would have them in her possession. She served Mystra as a cleric. She is quite fond of her garden. Lenore has always been a lonely sort. Nature was her only companion. I offered her the chance to join the society, but she refused. Her experiments on Susa bark took priority.
May your travels be safe and swift.
好，买东西。
Have you made any new discoveries? The feeling is mutual, friend. I have only passing familiarity with the surface races. But I found that there is as much to learn from an individual as there is from a community. So it is with the Myconids. They live in harmonious unity, but each has a unique personality. Yes, but it has abundant natural resources. Spores, water orbs, Trillimac. I've studied them for years.
There is rare magic in the Underdark too. Fairsras. It radiates from the earth, warping, teleportation, and divination magic.
This is not a wasteland. It is a glorious ecosystem. Every civilization here could thrive without conflict. I do enjoy a good bargain, if anything in my private collection is to your liking.
魔法飞弹耶！买个药水。正常来说，我想用偷的，实在是很懒。有个人在那边盯着我，实在没办法偷。电充能这还好，反正之后还会再遇到，所以不急。这个吧，给盖尔学一下，这样没什么东西可以卖耶。
Very well.
Oh, 他已经会了，是不是？